Welcome back to the Bigfoot Life. Sorry I haven't been making too many health and fitness videos. I kind of got on a tangent looking at a lot of different things, and so my mind has been occupied with the financial institution of the world finances, and I've been watching that instead, and I've been debating for the last 2-3 months on whether to make videos on that. And so I finally decided that I want to show you guys what's going on and what we're facing, because I believe this stuff is more important than health and fitness at the moment. Because if you're poor and broke, you don't have health and fitness. You'll be lucky to have food. So that's why I want to bring this up. So the biggest thing that we have here is the Deutsche Bank, which is a German bank, has a $47 trillion derivative book. Okay, and this article, which was written last October, talks about the derivatives, and I'm not going to get into so much of the derivatives, but they have a huge derivative book that is really ugly. And when we look at the 2008 collapse of the derivative market, which everybody always thinks it was the housing market, the derivative market then was only, I think, $850 billion, and they were able to keep it afloat with printing money and dumping it into the system and bailing out the banks. So the difference this time is one bank now has 47 trillion, which far exceeds the last one. So I want to show you what is going on with the Deutsche Bank, and when these derivatives, when this bank explodes and this book goes under, or this bank goes under, it's going to be a bomb going off, and it's going to be a huge bomb to the financial industry. So looking here, let me show you guys this. So here's the Deutsche Bank, the stock price, and if you look, you can see where it's at, about $6.50. Now if I go back, and you can see on this graph, in 2007 it hit its peak at $145 a share. Whoops. So
Good, you changed.
sorry about that. So you can see there $145 at its peak, and since the collapse or the last recession, it has gone down, and now it has gone down to all the way down to like $6. So what this is telling you is that this bank is insolvent, and there's no money, there's no funds, and this bank is going to collapse. So we'll just show you some of these articles here. This one on CNN. Let's see, where's the title here? There we go. Layoffs have started at Deutsche Bank. 18,000 jobs are going, and this was in July. This was July 9th. And basically it starts telling you the layoffs have started at Deutsche Bank as the struggling lender embarks on a dramatic overhaul that will reduce its workforce by 18,000. Okay, so this bank is collapsing. And then this one right here, let's see if I can adjust that. Deutsche Bank's clients withdrawing $1 billion daily. The reason James Simmons Rentec is the world's best performing hedge fund, it spots trends, even if they are glaringly obviously well ahead of almost everyone else, and certainly long before the consensus. That's what's happening with Deutsche Bank when, as we reported 2 weeks ago, the Quaint fund pulled its cash from Deutsche Bank as a result of soaring counterparty risk just days before the fall, and to many devastating extent to the German lending historic restructuring was disclosed, and result in a bank that is radically different from what Deutsche Bank was previous. So it keeps going in here, but everybody's can see the writing on the wall, and this bank is collapsing. So if they don't get their money out, it's going to turn into garbage. Again, here's another one on Zero Hedge, and this was written July 17th, and then it's basically the same thing, and he goes into more details of what it's doing, why it's collapsing, and other cool stuff. And you can see here this graph is really cool. Let me kind of just read this to show you. We're confident the answer in a few days is not ours. Until then, please enjoy this chart which compares DB stock decline to that of another bank which was gripped by a historic liquidity run in its last days too. So here you're seeing the Lehman Brothers Bank and when that collapsed, and here the Deutsche Bank is following the same trend, which is telling you that that bank is going to collapse. So when that collapses, the question you got to ask yourself is, what is that bank going to do? What are the derivatives going to do? How is that going to affect other banks? How is that going to affect the world economy? And what are you going to do to hedge yourself up against a financial collapse? And when this collapse happens, what is it going to do to the dollar bill? And if the dollar bill goes to basically zero, goes to crap, what are you doing with your money to hedge up against this collapse, this dollar collapse, or this economic collapse? And this is why I'm going to make this whole series of videos. I'm going to try to put one out every day and kind of help explain why, because this is going to cause this basically the death of the dollar. And so I'm worried for a lot of people that if you don't kind of move your money around, and if you keep it in like I said, I'm not a financial advisor and I'm not giving you any financial advice, but I'm giving you guys this information so you can look at it and you can figure out the best way to hedge yourself up against another financial collapse like 2008. So keep watching. I'm going to try to put a video out every day, and keep you updated and give you as much information on every little detail that I know and that what I've been studying for the last like 4 or 5 months now. So thanks guys, thanks for watching, and stay tuned. Share this with your friends, share this with everybody. Make sure that everybody knows that this is coming. This whole collapse is coming, and I can't give a date or a time, but it's rolling in. Get this out to everybody so there's more awareness, and so we can keep our wealth, we can keep our family, we can keep food on the table. Thanks guys.